What is up, YouTube? I'm back at it again, and today I'm going to talk about the Nike Kobe 11 Elite Low Master of Innovation colorway. Now, the Kobe 11s are Kobe Bryant's last silhouette model before he retired. Just that in itself makes the shoe pretty special. Let's get into the review. Starting off with the design, this is a low top basketball shoe, but a very simple approach in terms of the designs and the aesthetics of the shoe. In terms of the aesthetics, you do have a very colorful mixture of green, gray, orange, and yellow on the toe box for the colorway that moves on and transfers into gray once you get to the back side of the shoe. What I thought was pretty cool about the aesthetics is that Flyknit wire for the laces is actually colored yellow, so you don't really see it in the mixed colors in the front, but then as you move towards the back you can start seeing it more and more with the gray. So I thought that was pretty nice. You do have a leather heel patch and the 96, 03, and 8 stars embedded on the back, and it's stitched in, so that was a really nice approach to it. I really like that. They really paid attention to detail for this shoe. In terms of the symbolism for the back, 96 is when he got drafted, 03 is when he moved from Adidas to Nike, and the 8 stars I think is a representation for his old number 8. I've seen this before. This is not something that I thought of, but some people have said that if you get the 96, you divide it by the 3 and you subtract it by the 8, you do get his number 24, which was the number he retired with. The numbers that they picked out for the back heel patch do make a lot of sense because this is a Master of Innovation colorway. 96, he innovates himself by entering the NBA. 03, he innovates himself again, switching major brands. The number 8, I think, was just a homage because moving from 8 to 24, you know, innovating himself. I think that's a really cool narrative for the shoe. And then you do have a marble-like design color for the outsole, which I think looks really nice. I really wish he implemented this marble outsole for other colorways. It's just gorgeous. Like, I can't sweat how much I like this colorway on the outsole enough. I just think it's really clean. I would love to see this outsole used again on another Kobe 11 if he does another colorway. And then you got a reflective swoosh on the inner and external side, and then you have gray shoelaces with a gray tongue. In terms of materials, you do have Flyknit upper that's mixed in with some plastic inside. Pretty interesting. We'll be able to see the plastic. Very easy to spot. If you see these in person, I'm sure you've seen it before. In terms of the Flyknit upper mixed in with the plastic, they do start off a little stiff. They are the type of shoes that you want to wear out, and then they start breaking in. And once they break in, I think they adapt to your foot pretty well. There's still a certain stiffness to it, but personally, I don't use the Kobe 11s a lot for ball. I use them more for working out, and as a workout shoe, I actually highly recommend these shoes. They keep you supportive, they keep you locked down, all that good stuff, and I think that's a lot to do with it being a mixture of Flyknit and plastic in the upper. You do have some fake leather on the tongue with the Kobe emblem logo spotted on top. In terms of the rubber outsole material, this one does have a solid rubber outsole, so it's pretty nice. You don't get that cool feature that you got with the other Kobe 11 colorways, which is that the inner sole is removable. I mean, the entire support for the inner sole is removable. The thing with other colorways is, here, I'll just show you guys. I have this colorway as well, and with this colorway, when you remove the inner sole, you can actually see through. My outsole is pretty dirty. I've worn these out pretty well, but yeah, you can kind of see through it. And then with a solid colorway, obviously you can't, so you do lose that cool feature if you care about that. Lastly, in terms of material, you do have some padding on the inside. You should get some support and comfort in there to help keep you comfortable for the game. One thing I will say about the shoes is be careful around the ankle area. The material they used here for the padding tends to wear out. Like I said, I was only using these for working out, and I wasn't putting it through too much wear and tear in terms of lifting or playing ball. This hole just started developing out of nowhere, and that was like few months of having the shoe. Like, I'm saying less than 6. There was nothing I can do about it. It didn't develop on the other side. I don't know if it was just the pair that I got where this happened, but just a heads up, I think it could easily happen to any of the other colorways as well. Continuing over to support, I actually find these shoes very supportive. Like I mentioned earlier, the mixture of Flyknit and plastic on the upper keeps you locked down, very sturdy. I think it's great for working out. Highly recommend these. You don't get any heel slippage, at least not in my experience. Even in the back, the padding works pretty well to an extent, so it does keep you locked in the back as well. It's just a regular shoelace system, but it does a really good job of keeping you set. I mean, this is an underrated feature I think with most shoes, but what I really like about the shoe, and as you can tell, is that they provide the perfect length for the shoe size for the shoe in terms of the shoelaces. So you don't have the shoelaces that are too long that's dangled over, and for basketball or for workout or anything physical, it doesn't annoy you. It just stays up there and you don't have to worry about that. I find a lot of shoes to provide too long shoelaces for my preference, and I think these knock that out of the park. Continuing on with the support, the outsole is pretty rigid, does move along with your foot. As you break it in, it will perform pretty well in my opinion. I've never had any problems with the outsole. The grip, Oh, the grip I had trouble with. If you want to ball in these, you've probably seen these in other reviews. It's a mixed bag. You don't know. Sometimes it performs really well, sometimes it performs really, really bad. I played in my other ones a few times, not too many. Like I said, I usually use it for working out. If you're just taking it to a gym or out for a quick run, the grip is gonna perform perfectly. But to ball in, I remember one time inside, it was just slipping all over the place. Barely any dust. It wasn't that dusty, maybe a little bit more than usual. Just something to keep in mind. You're kind of just taking a risk and seeing it where it goes. Sometimes it'll grip you well, sometimes you might have some problems. In terms of comfort, these aren't the most comfortable shoes. The Flyknit is pretty breathable. I never had too much problem with the Flyknit in terms of overheating. I've always thought it was pretty chilling. One problem that you do get with this shoe in terms of comfort is that you can't increase or decrease the comfort if you want. If you want to put other inner soles on top of the shoe itself, because the shoe has that feature that I mentioned earlier where the inner sole is removable, that means that literally the entire support system and comfort system for the shoe is in the inner sole. So once you take these out, you're just stepping directly onto the outsole. That's not comfortable at all, and you can't do anything about it because you really can't find other inner soles that are thick enough to replace this one. I tried. I mean, maybe you can, but in my experience, I couldn't find any. If you try to put ones on top of these, it can get very difficult. I found one that was very, very thin that I managed to use for my other Kobe's. This is what you get for comfort, which is mostly just Lularlon in the heel, an adapted type of foam. I mean, it's not the most comfortable. It does its job for the most part. But if you're looking for a lot of bounce effect, impact protection from a basketball shoe, I would not recommend these. But like I said, these aren't my main basketball shoes. I like these shoes a lot more for the aesthetics and for working out, because I just think it's the perfect balance for a workout shoe. I just think it's really locked down. Since it's low, you get a lot of movement in your ankle. It's still very supportive. So yeah, and because the Flyknit is mixed in with the plastic, it makes it very, very durable. So I think these shoes can last for at least 2 to 3 years if you're just using it just to like walk, or like I said, go to the gym or even run a little. For ball, I think they'll last you for a while as well. If you play ball in these outside, they're gonna break down quicker over time. In terms of durability, should be able to last you a while because of the way it's built and the materials that they use. Lastly, the fitting. I went true to size with these. With true to size, I'm a 9.5. I do get some dead space. I have slightly wide feet, and 9.5 is my true to size. These fit me pretty well at true to size. I try going half a size down, which I sometimes do for ball shoes just because I like having snug shoes for ball. When I tried a size 9 for these before, it's just way too tight. This is my opinion, of course. If you want, you can definitely go into a store. Always try it for yourself. But yeah, if you were to ask me, I would recommend true to size for the Kobe 11s Elite Lows. So far in every colorway I've tried, it's definitely been true to size. That's another thing with the Flyknit upper they use. It does seem to be pretty consistent across all colorways. It doesn't shift as opposed to other shoes that I've tried where sometimes the materials and things like that might switch the sizing and fitting of the model. For these, you're pretty good across the board. So yeah, that's my review on the Kobe 11 Elite Lows Master of Innovation colorway. I think the Kobe 11s, first of all, is the nicest shoe he has. I think it's the nicest basketball shoe in terms of just the aesthetics and design and lifestyle approach to it. I just love the fact that it's a low, simple shoe. With this Flyknit material, you can play with it a lot. You can do so many colorways, so many different designs. I really, really hope they don't cancel this lineup. I really think they perfected the shoe in terms of the aesthetics and design, and even as a outerwear sports shoe. But specifically for basketball, there's definitely some other things they could have perfected in terms of the cushioning, the traction, the support. If you like this review, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on the shoe in the comments down below. How you felt about the Kobe 11s, how you feel about this specific colorway. Want to see more of me? You can follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram, all that good stuff. If you want more videos like this, subscribe. If you want to stay posted, turn that little bell on. More reviews soon to come. Until next time, take care.
Hey, but I like to fade away. I got these diamonds on me, and these bitches all in my face. And you wanna be a star, and you wanna win the race, but you cannot ride with me, cause I was gone on a chase. Nowadays